All right, so in the last video I did, I combined two entrances, open space, open area. That way you can see everything. I combined the two receptions. Each one still has their own. Each one still has their own um, shop, uh, sweet shop, and both of them share the the work area. I have some offices and I have the computer area. I also moved this vestibule gateway closer to this side. That way you're able to see it when you're standing here. You can go outside. I made the patio wider, but I think I'm gonna make it smaller or a little bit narrower. So I want to make the fitness. We need to make the fitness wider or bigger. So I think I can reduce it from here. But what I was having trouble last time, it was that I needed to have this business center from the Homewood Suite side. So right now we have the pool here, have the lounge here, we have the sunroom or sun. It's not a sunroom, it's just more like a trellis. But I'm gonna remove that trellis from there, and I'm gonna make that room the what do you call it, the business center. Like I said, use everything that you have. Don't reinvent the wheel. It's easier and faster if you use, something that you have already. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm going to put the business center in this corner. So we don't need any doors to go inside, but we do need doors to go to the pool. But I think I can add a door over here to the pool. Let me see how that looks. So gonna move this this door, sorry. I'm gonna just put this door over here for now. I'm gonna delete that, delete these columns. Still need to keep that big column there because that's from upstairs. Let me match properties on the colors. I have that there. Okay, match the. I think I have it there now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this here. And I'm gonna remove this and make it open. And then close that column right there. And I think I can push this all the way to the center of that. I can make that column square, remove that piece right there, gonna make it like a transom in there. I'm sorry, not a transom, a fur down. So we want to align that fur down with the wall. That way everything is in the same position. So one of the things also that since whenever you get drawings for the prototype, you want to check the dimensions because sometimes, or most of the times, the prototypes they draw like sheetrock and everything, and those dimensions are kind of weird. If you keep them, those like it might have like an eighth of an inch or 16ths or 17, 16ths or whatever. Like in this case, is 12 and an 8. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to have like like weird dimensions. You want to have like when you know, round it up to an inch or to a foot or whatever. So in this case, it'll be 12 feet. Just offset it. And just adjust that dimension in there, or just adjust that wall there. Like I said, you don't want to have like eighths of an inch or stuff like that. So the prototype is just a guide. So you kind of have to figure out, like if they say, if the prototype says that they want something clear, then you kind of have to figure out all the sheetrock that you're gonna put, and it depends on, you know, what kind of structure you're using or whatever. But you want to draw to the stud. You don't want to draw to the sheetrock. A lot of people do that, which that's totally wrong, because in the field you're not gonna be measuring to the sheetrock or to the finish. Whoever is doing the framework and stuff like that, the first thing they're gonna do, they're gonna snap a line on the foundation, and that's where they're gonna put the stud, either the wood stud or the metal studs. But nobody's gonna imagine all those walls is trying to figure out all those dimensions of the sheetrock. That's totally wrong. I know a lot of architects, they do that because they just get the prototype and then they just print it out like that, or they don't adjust it to work with the studs. So a lot of the times they have a lot of dimensions problems in the field, or sometimes they don't even dimension the walls, they just dimension the center of the wall, and that makes harder, that makes the, you know, the contractor to be able to make a mistake, like they expect all the framers to start dimensioning to that center of the stud, and then you know, calculate where's the center and move the wall here and there. But the right way to dimension, you dimension to one side of the stud all the time, of the stud, not of the wall, not of the finished wall, but of the stud. Now if you have a certain if you have like let's say a guest room that needs to be 12 feet wide, well, figure out what are you gonna put in that room. Are you gonna put 2 layers of sheetrocks, or 1 layer of sheetrock of 5/8 and half-inch resealing channel on one side, and then on the other side of the wall is just 5/8. Then figure out all of that, but don't dimension the wall, like, again, to be like half an inch, or half an inch is okay, but like a quarter an inch or 7/16 or whatever. Just move the wall, just give it a little bit more. It's not gonna hurt them, and it's gonna make life easier for whoever is dimensioning in the job site. So if you're gonna have a 12-foot clear, and more or less, you know that maybe like 3 inches, or make sure you dimension the wall 3 inches bigger than what it needs to be. But yeah, that's one of the things that I see a lot of architects do. Like, and I'm not talking about like architects. Maybe it's just the drafters that nobody taught them or whatever, and or maybe they have a lot of work or whatever it is. But they just put the prototype, and the prototype is just a guide. And the prototype they sometimes put all the layers of the sheetrock, so the wall might not be exactly where it needs to be. So once again, when you're gonna dimension to the stud. That's the right way to do it. A lot of people do it dimension to the finish, but once again, put yourself in that condition. Are you gonna be able to figure all of that? Are you gonna have a calculator next to you, or you're gonna be adding and subtracting how many inches or how many layers and stuff like that you're gonna put? No, of course not. So that's why you always have to dimension to the stud, or to the structure. So saying that, I know this is kind of weird right here. This is kind of a glass wall, and it's kind of weird to be in front of that column. But remember, I can't move the columns, so I think this is the only position where I can put it. And maybe what I need to do. Let me see. Maybe it's better if I put this right here in the corner. That probably looks better right there in the corner of the column. So what happens now is that let me see. I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna make the column a little bit wider on this side, just so the ceiling or the verdant of that business center is just aligned with that column. So I think that works better. And now on this side, I think just all I need to do is just put some doors in here, and with glass, and I think that should work. Yeah, I think that should work, because we have business center across from the reception. We still have the exit or to go to the pool. You got this space right here, which I think we can just, for now, I think what we can do is just put a furniture there. That should work. This isn't needed there, so what I'm gonna do, since I already moved that area, I'm just gonna center the window on the opening. So yeah, we got the business center there. We think I need to do is enlarge the fitness. So remember that we made the fitness wider here because we just moved this over here. So I think that's where we can just add it. Especially when you have two brand hotels linked together, so it's better to just to have one there. So we got these columns here, and I think those are structure columns that I can move. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna flip the door around. Make the window or the side light a little bit smaller. So this furniture needs to move to the opposite side. Just remember, the walls are to be drawn for what you need, and when you dimension, it's better to dimension to the structure. And I know that the prototype, if you read the notes from the prototype, it's gonna say dimensions to the finish. Why? Because they want you to know that those dimensions they want. So if they want, like I explained before already, if you have a 12-foot ceiling, a 12-foot room or whatever, well, they want it to be 12 feet. That's why they are drawing it with all the sheetrock and everything. But in our case, because once again the prototype is a guideline, but it's not a construction plan, and you are doing a construction plan. Okay. So I made the fitness wider, added the business center. I think I got everything now. So once you come in, you're gonna see everything open, everything combined, and each one has their own. But yeah, I think this should work. So I think this is all for this video. Thank you very much for being with me, working on this video, which was just I guess the second part of the last one, where it says combine
next one.